All right. Today we are back to covering a Rifter. We're supposed to do at least one a month, and I think it's been about a month since the last one I did. So we are doing the Rifter number 27. And I got to tell you, this one at first did not impress me. When I first looked at it, I was actually kind of disappointed with. Not that it was bad, but I just found it, I think the word I used was uninspiring. But I actually took a look at it again yesterday to refresh my articles for today, and I was like, I was kind of wrong about that. There's actually some good nuggets in here. Niche, but good nuggets in here. And since this is the overview, well, let's take a look at the overview right now and see what's in here. All right. Here we go. So we start off, we're going to look at the table of contents, obviously, here, because that's basically what this episode is about. We got some art that's nice from the desk of Kevin Simbita. The crazy time. Kevin, let's scroll down in this one, because I thought this was interesting. Crazy times. Got a lot of stuff coming out, right? Steps towards the future. Well, hey, we got this great video game. Woohoo! Rift's Promise of Power. And we all know what happened after that. So Hollywood is Hollywood. The Rifts movie remains exciting and fun, but I can't tell you anything about it. This was back in 2004.
Yep.
It's 2020.
Guess how many Rifts movies we've had since.
So then we have the release of Splicers, and I know he's trying to talk it up as a great game, but I can't agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Splicers. I like it more than he does, but I understand where he's coming from.
I like the concept. I just think the absolutism of, it's metal, you're all dead.
Yeah. It's a little too much. You're right.
Yeah. Rifts Beyond the Supernatural 2, Rifts China 2, Stumbles and Bumbles. Remember a couple weeks ago, or a few episodes ago in terms of Rifters, he's like, look, we're on time. It's great. It's surprising people.
And now it's over.
No, it's not. So, yeah, good stuff, though. Interestingly, he does talk a little bit about Gen Con. Gen Con 2004. This was the first Gen Con I went to after coming back from Kuwait. And it's actually when we first started going to the Gen Cons. So how did we not talk to Kevin?
I don't know. I didn't see him. I mean, because you had the VIG package, I had the VIG companion. So we were in the convention center before everyone else, and I just don't remember seeing him.
Yeah, that's I'm trying to think why I wouldn't have stopped at the Palladium booth during that time, and the only thing I can think of, right, the only thing I can think of is either A, they weren't there at the time when we were in there, like maybe taking them, going to the bathroom, taking lunch, or maybe on a panel or something, or B, I know at this point the only thing I felt Palladium was supporting was Rifts, and you could actually say at this point I was a Rifts hater at this point. So there'd have been nothing interesting that I could have thought about. Those are the only two reasons I could think about why I wouldn't have stopped at the Palladium books, because I've always wanted to tell Kevin to his face, even though we've done it online now, what Bob said. Bob always said, this is one of the guys that we gamed with, he said, I want to go to Kevin Simbita, shake his hand, give him a hug for all the amazing worlds that he's given us and so forth, and then punch him in the face for his rules. and I always wanted to tell that to Kevin in person, even back then, because, we knew Bob in the 90s. It's like, wait, what? But, and just kind of tell him that story. And it's weird. It's weird that we didn't see him there, but oh well. Palladium news, again, talking about video games and so on and so forth, and some of the role-playing stuff coming out. Palladium Gen Con booth, we just kind of discussed that. Coming attractions, all the types of stuff that was new then, is old or not done now. Rifts Chaos Earth. All right, here's the first one that I'm going to say that when I first looked at it, I was like, I didn't care. And afterwards, I'm still kind of like, I don't care. That's not the right way to say it. Look, Rifts England doesn't interest me at all. My wife watches this crap about the freaking what do you call those people? The royal family and all that stuff. I don't care. There's nothing about Britain I like. We got away from them. We fought a war to get away. I don't want the metric system. I don't want using my words. Go away. But with that said, Britain in Chaos reframes Chaos Earth from a UK lens. The islands, which now include an autonomous Scotland, and a reunited Ireland were actually well prepared for the disaster, yet they were still hit the hardest when the Blue Fire erupted from Stonehenge, Newgrange, and I can't pronounce that other word, Maze How. The article focuses on human dilemmas like the sealed Aberdeen arcology, with factions such as the Special Forces Executive struggling to stabilize London, and the DI9, I guess that's supposed to be similar to the MI9, or MI whatever, Psionic Collective. You get some new OCCs, centered on elite operators and psychics. You have the SFE, so the Special Forces Executive Commando OCC, which is broad espionage, military skills, and Lancelot armor. The DI9 introduces the combat spook. It's a psychic martial artist, which was kind of neat. I mean, you know what I kind of feel about psionics, but I like that kind of combination. It kind of gave you a feel of almost an East Asian type thing, but didn't present it that way. And then the Psionic Collective OCC, it's gene work sensitives with structured power growth. And finally, there's some new gear to support these OCCs I thought were all thematic and playable. The Galahad armor and some other stuff. Okay. Moving on here. Palladium is going to be at TrinityCon in October.
Hang on. On the Rock says, there's nothing about Britain I like. Well, thanks, Max. You'll certainly take our currency, though, right? Remember, you just took $49.99 in pounds. All right. So you should.
I wonder what that is in real money.
Oh, my God.
No, look. When I say this in terms of, again, I get really frustrated with my wife because she's always watching royal family shit. Did you know that Prince Harry? I don't care. I don't care. The Queen died. Great. I actually do have a lot of friends. Strangely, I have a lot of friends that moved there and now live there. Maybe that's why I'm jaded.
No, they're all leaving you.
all leaving me to go live in the UK. What the hell? But no, as far as people go, I generally like them. It's when it comes to the government or the history. I'm not an Arthurian guy. I'm not. I'm not a fish and chips guy. Look, I'm German. What do you want from me?
That's fair. That is fair. He is almost exclusively German, so he almost excludes his family. Someone in his family probably caused the death of someone in your family.
Would you like to know what 23andMe told me?
No, we don't want that.
Okay, good. So I'm supposed to be Nordic Germanic. I'm Norwegian and German.
Yep.
Come to find out, there's 10% Britain there. Nobody knew about it. And now my family's like, wait, what?
Well, that was probably from some pillaging.
See, that's what they...
Yeah. Some pillaging happened, and you got a little bit of British in you now.
Dane law is because of me, even though I'm not Danish. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? So TrinityCon. TrinityCon is Promising Young Michigan Convention. Is that still going on as far as you know?
No.
Okay. Rift's running a character-driven mercenary campaign. This is what I'll be covering in the next video. So I think in this one, even though I do have it scripted, I think there are going to be places that Heathen Dog is not going to agree with. I might be wrong in that he's not going to agree with, and I think we're going to have a good discussion on this one because let's just say it allows a lot of player agency.
Ugh, gross.
Hold up your shirt again, just for the people who haven't seen it. The royal family is German, and you're actually not wrong about that. I thought we had German. I thought they were Polish. Oh, something like that. Yeah. Players are the natural enemy of a good story. Man, can you believe that nonsense? And he had a shirt made of it. What kind of craziness is that?
Yeah.
All right. A Palladium fantasy role-playing game, the Palladium Orient. Once again, when I first looked at this, I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. When I looked at it again yesterday, it's like, it's actually not as bad as I thought. Very niche. But the Palladium Orient drops an Oriental-inspired nation, for the lack of a better word, into the Palladium fantasy world. Typically set in the land of the South Winds. For the article, it's set in the lands of the South Winds, but he kind of talks about how you can put it anywhere you want, really. The article outlines its feudal hierarchy, social limits on weapons, and the centrality of martial arts and honor. It details ninja history and clans, offers guidance for using the culture anywhere on the map, and folds in rules such as chi powers from Ninja Super Spies, Mystic China, and Rifts Japan. There are even 2 adventures in there, The Way of the Samurai, and everybody was kung fu fighting to help get you started. New OCC equipment. The article reframes Men of Arms OCC, most of them which can be used, but in this case, Knights and Paladins become Samurai Ronin, Assassins, Spies, and Thieves become Ninja, and Combat Specialists become Martial Arts Masters. Or as my Sifu used to say, Manshua Masters. And as expanded Clergy OCC, you get the Warrior Monk. The article introduces Samurai Ninja equipment that plug cleanly into existing campaigns. Now, this is the one I should have done as a second. But, we're pressed for time, so I won't. Nightbane, the pros and cons of studying magic. Nightbane treats magic as volatile and capricious. Spells misfire, side effects erupt, no 2 casters function alike. This article introduces a fast way to model that chaos. Optional sorcerers' proficiencies and limitations that make each mage feel distinct and unpredictable. Stop scrolling the wrong side. Use the new tables like those in Through the Glass Darkly. Oh, interesting. Through the Glass Darkly, you say?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yep. I can't reshare the screen though. Oh, never mind, because it's on the same tab. I'm gonna do it anyway. And I did that wrong. I can't see half the stuff that I'm doing over here. Nightbane, Through the Glass Darkly. If you guys, how many days are left in this? 5 days left. 5 days left for you to support Through the Glass Darkly. And I'm gonna just put the link in our StreamYard here. If I can.
Now, for everyone who doesn't know what this is, it is the source book, but it is professionally read with sound effects, all that good stuff, ambiance music, by a professional voice actor. And normally I would poo-poo this entire thing, but there is a whole lot of story and story examples in Palladium books. There's a lot of lore put in there, and it's written novelish, right? It's written as a story. So if you read the story parts all through the entire book, you're going to get a full story. And so people saw that and like, hey, wait a minute, we could just have this like an audiobook, and people will not just read the rules like I do. I just go to the rules, right? And then months later, I'll reread it and I'll read the story part. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's where it's coming from. But with this one, you can get both. You can immerse yourself in the story, which will help you play the game, obviously, and you can get the rules from another way, not just reading it, also from hearing it. So
you're not going to want to use this as your only resource. You're going to want to have a real book, whether PDF or physical or whatever.
That's why if you scroll down, if you pay like $3 extra, you get the audiobook and a PDF.
Yeah. And there's only 5 days left. So when does this video go live? This video will go live on Tuesday. So there'll be like 3 days left when you see this. So do we have the project backing over here? Where we got our awards? Did I miss
Scroll
it?
up.
Oh, here we go. That's right.
There
They
you
put them like this. So real quickly here, for $23, you get the audiobook. Well, that's a lot for an audiobook. Well, okay, hold on. $25 gives you the
$2 extra. Yeah, for $25, you get the audiobook and the PDF. So you can have them both.
And then for $29, you get the complete audio version, the PDF, Through the Glass Darkly book, plus so you get the not the hardcovers, the soft cover and the PDF for $29.
Yeah, so that's what, $6 extra. You get a PDF, a soft cover, and an audiobook. Okay, that right there is a good deal.
Absolutely,
that's a good deal. I mean, $29 for the book itself is decent.
Yeah. All right,
so,
I should be looking at the book again now.
You are.
Okay, perfect. So anyway, so it talks about that. Where are we here? So yeah, use the new tables like those in Through the Glass Darkly, but treat the outcomes as innate traits rather than learnable skills. Let each magic user roll for the possible proficiencies and limitations. The goal is simple: round out the mage and keep Nightbane magic dangerous and mysterious. And that's something I actually like in games. I really like games where magic corrupts or has a danger aspect to it. So you're not just flinging fireballs wherever you want, Is there a hardcover version? I don't think so,
No,
but I will
there's not.
tell you that in my experience with in modern books, at least, soft covers tend to last longer than hardcovers nowadays. I very rarely get a hardcover unless I have to now.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't.
there are some books that only come in hardcover, especially if it's a backer kit or something like
Yeah.
that. Usually it's hardcover only, but softcover books have a better staying power.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't know when that changed, because I know in the 80s and 90s I was all
It
hardcover
was
all
the
the
other
way.
way around. Yeah, it was the other way around. Definitely.
Now, almost every one of my hardcovers falls apart after, we'll just say, moderate use, where my soft covers, sure,
Especially
they
if
might
it's
be
a
bent
dumbass
or whatever.
Modifius book.
Oh yeah, those Modifius books are, you're right. Okay, anyway, back to this, because you're right, they're crap. Okay, Heroes Unlimited, we have the Software Valley War. This one I just couldn't get interested in. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to, because this was actually what I was thinking was going to be my second coverage, but I just couldn't get into it. It drops street level Heroes Unlimited arc into Northern California's Software Valley. Basically, think of it as a Silicon Valley trope, and you're now dealing with, instead of Intel, it's like Intertel. You know, it's like, what's it? The piece frames Personaware, an aggressive software house, and pits heroes against hired Black Ops trio Corporate Solutions, with hints that weave into Ninja Super Spy's White Moth or Nightbane's Night Lords. So you can kind of have some crossovers there. Background dossiers in this article flesh out Personaware, its sabotage and spying playbook, and the origin of Corporate Solutions. The article includes 4 adventures.
It sounds like it could be an interesting campaign setting for the right circumstance, for the right players.
Yeah. So, all right. See, next we have, then we got the stories, and you know me, I don't read the stories. Sorry. And that's it. Yeah. So, I have to really take back my initial assessment of saying that, that this book was uninspiring. I think the Nightbane, this, by the way, this is a lot of rolls. I can show you real quickly here. 57, so I think it's 58. It's a lot of rolling on tables. So how many proficiencies you get, what they do for you. You see fast cash, the aura of power. We're not going to stop on any of them, but you get the idea. There's like a lot of things that you can get out of this. Sorcerer's limitations, grossly inefficient. Great, you use a whole ton of PPE when you want to cast spells now. Not everything's always good, and that's actually adds to. I like things like this because I think they add to player character personality. So, anywho, what do we have for comments that are starred? Oh. Or did you forget? Did you forget?
Forgot. I was too involved. Hang on. Okay. Okay, it was all about anti-British, German sucks.
Sorry, hey, you know what? I'm Merca now, so screw Germany. I lived in Germany for 11 years. Now I don't care.
I can't imagine a Rift movie appealing to a common audience. For those of us who have had years of background, it'd be great. I think others would dismiss it as too quirky or confusing. I think if you packaged a Rifts movie but didn't call it Rifts, you may be able to sneak it into the common folk.
I think you could sneak it into the common folk as long as you don't get into the hyper pedantic stuff. Obviously, you'd want the Coalition, Emperor Prosek, and then you'd probably want some heroes or something, you know, almost like a Lord of the Rings style movie, or like that D&D movie, just done better. Something like that, where you don't have to jump on every theme that Rifts offers.
Yes, do broad strokes for the first movie, see if it hits. If it hits, then you can get into minutia with other movies, but broad strokes may be able to hit a common audience. But that would be a big gamble that I understand a studio wouldn't want to do.
Why is there this mutant dog thing walking around with some guy in some crazy armor that's got a skull on it?
You wouldn't want to get into Dog Boys right away. You wouldn't want to get into Juicers right away. You know,
I think you could. You just don't have to explain them.
Okay.
Leave that for the second movie.
Yeah. Leave that for the second movie. You're right.
But things like Millennium Trees, you probably don't want to deal with.
No.
Find a core enemy. Maybe something out of what's it called? Lone Star, where you're fighting vampires, just as an example. Or it could be good guys versus coalition, whatever. Like however you want to look at it. I wouldn't dive into anything like the Tolkien War. Make sure that you actually have a backing.
You have to have an audience for that one.
Yeah.
You have to have an audience for that one.
But maybe kill some Zytikics.
There you go. Everyone hates bugs, right? I mean, it's great.
You know that all they'll do is they'll just call it. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the movie now.
Starship Troopers 4.
Yeah, they're just gonna call it
or whatever. They had a lot of directed DVDs.
Yes, they did.
So I don't know what number they're on.
I liked riffs when it was called Starship Troopers. You know how people are, right?
You can have some of that, true. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you very much for. Where is my? Boop, there it is. Thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate that. The overview. Like I said, in the next video, we are going to dive into running a character-driven mercenary campaign for Rifts. If that's the style that you want to run and you think you have it down but want some pointers, it'll be a great video for you. If you've never done it before because it looks intimidating with all the stuff that you might have to consider being a mercenary campaign, well, let us alleviate that for you as we go through the article. And with that, please like, subscribe, and share. Look forward to talking to you next time.